be playing older because I'm playing a mother and I've never done that before, and she's also much older than I am, and that's very difficult. Also, the accent is Cockney and it's very difficult because there's lots of little things that you forget about when you're doing the accent that really like make the accent whole. So
the schedule and everything going on around us is really crazy, so it's like kind of hard to make sure we stay focused and stay positive and keep working toward our final goal, which is putting on an amazing show.
Finding out how to keep myself organized and how to keep myself working and doing the best things that I can for the actors and for the tech and kind of bringing the whole thing together.
Trying to find ways to differentiate between the multiple characters I play so none of them seem too much like another one.
My biggest challenge is definitely I play two characters in the show, one of them who's a very young boy and then the other one who's an elderly man. So flipping back and forth between the two characters is definitely a challenge for me, and but I kind of think I got it straightened out.
Like, since it's my first year in APA, having to learn how to build and how to run sound and how to do lights all like at once and also under like such a short time was like challenging.
I would have to say my biggest challenge was being the fact that I've never been in a show before and I've never done anything acting prior to this year. So learning lines and like getting everything down and remembering to do things is definitely the hardest part.
I'm working costume, so the biggest challenge right now is finding the right sizes for everybody and pulling what I can from the costume room.
The lack of time in putting up set, we will have to put it on up the day before the performance because of all the other events going on in the auditorium.
The biggest challenge about working on front is really just all the time management, since our theater is being used for other shows and productions right before our production. We can't really get in there and do most of the work that we'd like to.
The accent, I'm not good with accents, so to get down a British accent and not turn it into a country accent or something else in the mix, that was difficult.
Like basically being able to cooperate and communicate with all the different crew members, and it's not that everybody else is a problem, but communication when you have so much to do, it's difficult at times, but we're family and you don't really have a choice.
About this show is the story that it tells, because it's something I've never really worked with before. Like I've known about the war and stuff like that, but I think this takes a different turn by instead of focusing on the battles and the shoulders, it really shows what went on at home, which I think most people don't really focus on.
The cast, everyone's so supportive and loving, and it's a family.
The cast, honestly, like everybody's kind of like nice and fun. A little loud, but you know.
I'm gonna say the same thing as everyone else, and it's definitely the cast. They're all so loving and warm, and it's my first year, so they all kind of like took me under their wing and taught me how to do everything, so it's really good.
I kind of like the freedom that we get, because like I work on all of the shows at the high school, and we really get creative freedom, and we get to make it our own show, so I do get to say like, I did all of the work for this, or I was in a group effort, so it's really fun to see like not only the director's creativity being showcased, but our own.
My favorite thing is probably the responsibility that the show gets to give each person. It's a lot of fun being able to get everything done, and when you get to see the performance, well, it's great to see what you can accomplish.
Definitely the action. There's so much in this show, and there's so many little details that end up becoming a big thing later on in the show.
Okay, so this is like kind of my first dramatic piece that I've ever been in, and even if it was like a dramatic in the past, I was always kind of like the comic relief. So it's nice to like finally like be dramatic and like serious on stage. I've never really done that before, so it was really fun.
Just enjoy the show, have fun with it, clap, cry, just do whatever you want, but just have fun.
Don't blink, because things happen and you don't want to miss them.
Try to remember that war isn't just about soldiers.
People don't really think about what it's like to be in a war zone,
and it really kind of shows the audience like how terrifying it is, and it just gives you a different perspective on how lucky you are.
Embrace it, the sadness, because like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Enjoy the show.
If you don't, I will give you your money back, but you will cry. I'm just kidding. Edit that part out. Don't say that.